Assalamualaikum. I'm Iskandar, a year 3 mechanical engineering student, and I have been staying in hall throughout my 2 years in university. I have stayed in halls 1 and 4. I seldom take part in hall activities. Recently though, I took part in the inter-hall games representing Hall 4 in the sport of sepak takraw. Apart from that, I have not participated in any other hall-related activities. As I usually have my lessons on Monday morning, I prefer to return to hall every Sunday evenings, and my daily routine usually revolves around me attending my whichever lessons I have for the day, and then usually I will head to the ARC to continue studying until around 11 p.m. if I don't have any other activities for the day. If I have activities, especially on Tuesday or Thursdays, I actually have silat trainings. I will return to hall around 5:45 and then head to training before I go back to hall and continue studying them. Other nights I will have meetings at probably the ARC, which will end around 9 to 10 p.m. before I head back to hall. I will usually do my laundry about twice a week, usually toward the end of the week before I return home over the weekend. So I spend my time over the weekend at home. Yes, most definitely. As a person who stays in the East, I appreciate the convenience of not having to travel to and fro to school every day. That convenience and the time taken to travel, time saved from travel, actually I can put to better use, like to study or to spend more time with my friends in school. Also, because I stay in a double room, having a roommate to actually bond over with and share my struggles and my moments actually helps me through my days in university. What living independently has taught me is that you will be responsible for whatever actions that you take. For example, if you want something to be done, you cannot depend on anyone else to do it but yourself. So you have to initiate the change that you want to see, and you have to do everything that is required on your own, and you cannot depend on anyone else. Also, what living independently has taught me is that although your family will be far from you, but no matter what, they will always still be praying for you and hoping for your success. So even though you might be physically far away from them, just don't forget about them and always keep them in your thoughts and prayers as well, because you are definitely in their prayers. One must-have item for every freshman who will be staying in hall would be, I would recommend a wireless router, because there is actually no access to Wi-Fi's in the halls. I don't know why, but basically you have to get a router and then you connect it to the LAN cable in the halls itself, and then you will be able to access Wi-Fi from your room. If you are staying in a double room, I would actually recommend you to share with your roommates, so you guys don't have to buy two or one each. Okay, another thing that I would recommend, it's not a must-have, but I personally think that it's good to have, is actually to have a fridge. It costs an additional $80 per semester, but if you're staying in a double room and you can share with your roommate the cost, I think that having a fridge will be useful because you can actually keep groceries and food items that you can actually use to cook while you are in hall. So talking about the fridge actually brings me to my next point, which is one tip I would like to recommend to freshmen is to try to prepare your own meals. This is because if you rely on fast food only in NTU, it's gonna be quite costly in the long run, or other than the fact that it's not very healthy to live on fast food. Also considering the fact that you'll probably have to spend a substantial amount on food. You could probably save it by preparing your own meals at hall for the week. On top of that, one thing I would like to recommend to freshmen would be to go out there and try whatever activities that might interest you or that you are curious to try, because this will probably be one of your last opportunity to explore whatever opportunities you have out there before you enter the workforce. Go out there, make new friends, create memories, and just don't stress yourself out too much on studies, but also remember to enjoy yourself. Lastly, any advice that I would have for freshmen would be try to plan out your modules for per semester throughout your 4 years. So that means plan out which modules you are going to take in each semester for every year that you are going to be studying in NTU, and this will actually help you to better know how to allocate which modules would be best suited, so that you don't overload yourself, also considering the fact that you might want to take on other CAs or even ad hocs, so you know which semesters you would be busy and which semesters you would be less busy, so you can take on something extra. Other than that, I would say just take it easy, don't stress yourself out too much, study hard, study smart, but also enjoy the ride, I would say. Thank you. Bye.